Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me for voting video number 397 in the Incredible Mandela Effect voting video series here on the Moneybag 73 channel. Okay, this is crazy like usual. And stick with me to the end of the video to hear about a coming announcement. I'll give you a little bit of insight, very exciting for the Mandela Effect community. So here we go with this one. We're talking about Patsy Cline and the song Blue. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of using the thumb up and thumb down, which I've only been using the thumb up and the thumb down has been the top comment, let's just do away with the thumb up, thumb down here altogether going forward. I'm going to have the voting be in the top two comments. The top comment, you'll thumb up. And then the second comment, you'll thumb up if you disagree and there's not a Mandela Effect for you. So we're going to do it that way. It'll be the top two comments going forward. All right, sorry, had a few things to get through. Let's go into this now. We have Bill Mack talking about the song Blue. And let's just listen to him and then I'll give you a little more insight what we're going to be voting on in this one. I'm back. Finally back, everybody. It's really exciting times. All right, here we go.
When I wrote it, I had no idea. Of course, I had no idea what would happen 40 years later. It's set in a semi-state of dormancy through all that time.
Did you not try to do? Didn't you think that Patsy might want like it?
Patsy Cline. This was 4 or 5 years after my recording of Blue came out. I went to San Antonio. Patsy was playing a show there. Roger Miller was there, and I forgot who else was on the show. A big show. And I took Roger Miller's guitar. Well, now I got to back up a little bit. Roy Drusky told me one time. I never did say that song is for Patsy. Roy Drusky told me one time, he said, that would be a good song for Patsy Cline. Then when he instilled that in my mind, when I saw Patsy, I said, I've got this song I want you to hear. And I sang it to her back in the dressing room. And she said, send that thing to me. Send it to me. I like it. Send it to me. That was as far as it went with Patsy Cline.
So some of you may see where we're going with this now. Patsy Cline never sang the song Blue. She never recorded it. Bill Mack, who wrote the song and recorded it in 1958, gave it to her, but she died in a plane crash in 1963. She never recorded it. In this reality, but I'm sure some of you are going to be thumbing up that top comment down there saying, come on, I know Patsy Cline sang that song. So listen to this here.
Blue was written for Patsy Cline over 30 years ago by a DJ in Dallas, Bill Mack, and he wrote that song for her, and she unfortunately got killed in the plane accident before she had time to record it. And 30 years later, he heard a tape of me singing the national anthem and sent me the song, and I fell in love with it and decided to record it, and it became my first #1.
This next song was my first single out off of MCG Curb. Y'all help me make this my first #1 hit. It's called Blue.
Okay, so if you believe that LeAnn Rimes, or you've always known LeAnn Rimes to make this song popular in 1996, then go ahead and thumb up the second comment. If you remember Patsy Cline, like this is so mind-blowing to me because I remember hearing this song as a kid. But who would have been singing it? I mean, I heard this on the radio all the time growing up, 70s, 80s. It wasn't 96 when this first became popular. Bill says it sat on a shelf for 40 years. What? I mean, this is totally mind-blowing. So anyway, thumb up the top comment if you remember Patsy singing this, or if you don't believe LeAnn made this popular, thumb up the top comment. You're going to thumb up the second comment if you believe that LeAnn brought this song out and Patsy never sang it. And everything is you know, the way that this reality says it was. If this is not a Mandela effect for you, go ahead and thumb up the second comment. So if you Google Patsy Cline Blue, you're going to come here. It's going to send you here, I think, the first thing. And it's going to have a picture of Patsy Cline. It's going to say Patsy Cline Blue. And you're going to play it. And it's going to be... Leanne. That's Leanne Rimes, not Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline never recorded the song, ever. She never sang the song. So maybe in another reality where she didn't die in the plane crash, and I don't know. I don't know why some of us are going to be slamming that top. That's the Mandela effect. I don't know. I don't know why or how for the Mandela effect, but I certainly know that there's something going on, like for 6 years now. And many of you know as well. So anyway, I wanted to read a couple comments here. This was interesting here. History has changed. I listened to Blue by Patsy Cline on repeat for about 2 years, between 86 and 88. This is a time frame I definitely remember hearing the song. I do not like country music, but my roommate at the time was a huge Patsy Cline fan and had an LP record of Patsy's biggest hits. I loved every song on that album, but especially Blue. And then there's more. There's people saying, you know, this isn't Patsy. And like, what? I used to listen to this song by Patsy. And it's just on and on. So you can look at these comments yourself. It just goes on and on, like we often see with the Mandela effect. So please vote. Before I go, I can't even believe I'm finally saying this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a year now. It's been a year. And there's finally going to be a documentary for the Mandela effect. It's happening. I'm going to be giving more details in the upcoming video. There's going to be media and press releases coming soon, but I've been given the okay to release this to the community and to my subscribers that it's happening. So no more details for now, but we're getting an actual documentary. And I was just speaking to the producer today and I'm like, I can't believe, I asked him, I said, can you believe that no one's done this before? And he's like, totally. He can't believe it's been 6 years. No one's done this. It's so exciting. You know, we all saw the Mandela Effect movie, which didn't do the phenomenon justice. And, you know, this is not something I'm doing. I'm participating, but I'm not doing it. So all I can do is try my best to, you know, talk about the reality residue and talk about, you know, my opinions. I don't claim to know how or why, but just the reality residue is so important. And that's key that no one's talking about. We don't ever hear that from the mainstream media, any mainstream publications. They don't touch on, you know, they don't touch on the reality residue, which is so important. And I'm hoping that a lot of that is going to be coming out in the documentary. So that's it. I'm done talking about it for right now, but stay tuned. Very exciting that we're finally getting a documentary for the Mandela effect. I can't believe no one's done one up to this point. So it's just absolutely crazy, but that's it. Go create the reality that you want, and I'll be back with everybody soon.